Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Money and Politics. So good to have you join us. And I want to, first of all, thank you for watching the interview I did with Rebecca down in Georgia. It was kind of her to participate with me, and we had a great response. Last time I checked, over 7,000 people viewed. So many comments, the overwhelming majority, very, very kind, and so thank you for that. If you want to ever write to me, moneyandpolitics@gmail.com. If you've written me in the last 2 days and I haven't responded, I will. I've just been tied up on a variety of things, and in part losing time because I've also had to deal with internet issues, which are maddening. You can also follow me on Twitter if you haven't already at Money and Politics. And of course, you can subscribe to this channel. So let's get to it. The big news of today, let's first of all, the bad news. The bad news is that Humbl went down again today. And obviously, one of the major issues that has been plaguing the stock, not the only issue plaguing the stock, but one of the major issues has been the whole thing on the preferred shares. Earlier today, Humbl put out this, as you probably most of you have seen, it's been on Twitter, that they're going to have a shareholder call number 5 on May 7, 2021. Under business, patents and patent filings are going to talk about. And here's the big one to me, I think, share structure. So, you know, the nice thing about seeing that is that Humbl is not ignoring the issue that has plagued people. Now, we already know, probably about 7 days ago, maybe 8 days ago, Brian Foote said we noted the concern of the shareholders, the preferred shareholders issue, and that he said he wouldn't trade any of his until at least December of 2022. However, that really hasn't solved the problem, and so we are down to $1.32. A lot of people, as you can see on my YouTube videos, have left comments where they are, not happy about that. And what I would say is, while I do not have any direct contact with Humbl management, not like I'm talking to them off screen in the afternoon or anything, folks. I've never had one conversation. I've never even had, as I recall, any even tweet with anybody. But the point is, I do know that a number of people in management watch the videos that we do on Humbl, which is understandable. And so it's not so much what I'm saying, but I think you can figure that they're also paying attention to what people say in the comments. So I am encouraged that they're going to be talking about share structure. Okay, I'm encouraged by all this, by the M&A updates. Let me combine these two. As much as we, the retail investors, are upset about the money that we have lost over the last 2 months in shareholder value, imagine what the people working at Humbl have lost. I mean, how much do we have? 10,000 shares, 5,000 shares, 100,000 shares? What Brian Foote has is going to be measured obviously in millions of shares, and other people that are working at Humbl, and etc. So it's not like Humbl doesn't have their own skin in the game to get the stock price up. And that is one reason why you should hang in there. First of all, we got this to news today, and because you're always going to get news, you don't know when it's going to break. And I kind of wish, to say it politely, as I've said it before, that Humbl would up their communications game. Now, is that the top priority? I'm sure it's not. I'm sure they're dealing with a host of other things, trying to put out fires on a daily basis. When you're in this stage of the game, you're building the rocket ship while you're already in flight. That's about what they're doing. And it's it's like I say, it's not working at Visa or Bank of America or Coca-Cola. So they're rocking and rolling, right? And that's why I'm sympathetic and not being hypercritical here. I think they're really trying to push advancement as fast as they can. I'm reading between the lines what I'm seeing, but that's my sense of it. So we're getting shareholder value structure and M&A. And as I just said, they want to buy companies and they want to use the stock price as currency. Stocks are another form of currency. And instead of using dollar bills, it behooves people like Tickery to be bought by shares, because instead of getting a flat, I'll make a number up, $10 million in cash, you're getting something that might today be worth $3 million. And I think they got some cash too. But you might get something that's worth $3 million, but simultaneously, you're going to have with the shares something that might go to who knows what, right? In 5 years, it could be worth 40 million. So the point is here, I want to drive home, it is in Humbl's interest to get this issue of shareholder structure eliminated as an anchor around the stock price. We have to cut that cord, that weight, in some form or fashion so that we restore investor confidence and we can get people back to putting their savings and buying more stock and moving on as we were moving with the progression of the company. So we're going to hear on May 7th, M&As, the mobile app peer-to-peer. Again, this is so important. I'm looking very forward. This is going to be the best shareholder call, the most anticipated ever. So peer-to-peer, man, I can just boom, pay this, pay that, pay that. I've got a friend right now down in Mexico. If she wants to send me money, I want to send her money. It's a pain in the butt. This would make it happen. And then we get to NFTs and ticketing. I'm still not conversant on NFTs. I'm not going to BS you. I'm just not. So I need to hear more about that before I give it the A-OK. But on ticketing, I'm very, very interested in. I'm very interested in hearing an update on the ETXs. How's it growing, number one? Are they going to be making it more, making it easier in the app to buy these? Because I get comments, and you can read them. How frustrated some people are on how to get into the ETXs. They find it complicated. And then finally, internal to Humbl, we are going to have as you see under people, updates on management hires, technology, operations, and creative. All of that great stuff. This is a great agenda, okay? I give it my 2 thumbs up, as they say, blessing. Not that the people of Humbl need my okay. But this is not a lame agenda. This is an all-star agenda, because and I don't think they're going to, I don't think they're going to put this on the agenda and then, whiff. They better have some good, solid answers to these topics. Now, you don't have to have every single thing nailed down, but you gotta give us some good meat on the bone, as they say, You can't just be talking around it. So this is good. I'm not saying they're going to talk around it. I'm just saying this is a great agenda. I'm looking very forward to it. I want to know about what updates we have, because they had 35 people working. And I'm almost cracked up as I said that, because I just read last night again where somebody's saying Humbl only has 3 employees because they're still somehow in the dark that we're not a flooring company anymore. Anyway, so you can read it and you can decide what you want. So that's really the news of today, as far as I'm concerned. And the greatest thing I'm saying is, folks, I told you yesterday or the other day to hang on at least through the end of the year. And I repeat that because we have to give the management team a chance to build the company, number one. Number two, you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. The only reason you should be with Humbl is because it's going to make you richer, okay? That's my attitude, I think, and that's a logical attitude. You shouldn't be here as a charity case. You should be here to make yourself richer and your family better off. I think Humbl could still be the rocket ship that we hoped it would always be. And we can look back and go, man, remember 4 years ago when they really stumbled? Like, I don't remember that. Yeah, well, it was a big deal. They came out with this preferred thing. I say that because in time, this is the kind of thing that could be no longer even remembered in a few years, because we will have gone through so many other transformations, so many other updates. We'll have the app. We'll have the app be much better than it is today. They got the app out. It's not yet much of an app, but again, it's a draft. And so when we get to peer-to-peer and the other parts of it that we talked about, the stock is going to move. And don't forget, at some point, we're going to get on, I think, the NASDAQ. And then you're going to have, and by the way, someone posted on, which I love your feedback, folks. So the positive comments are nice, but I also learned things. And I learned from one of our people posting last night on, I forget now if it was on Twitter or YouTube, but that one of the investment firms had bought a very small part. So in the future, we're going to have the investment firms buy into Humbl. We're going to have a lot of pension funds and other the big money that's out there when we get to the NASDAQ, and as we have these other products rolled out. This is a company that, think of it as your wife or your husband. You can love it. It doesn't mean that you're always happy with it, right? I say to people, do you love your wife? And then I say, do you always agree with her? It's kind of like that. We can disagree with certain things. I love the Cardinals. It doesn't mean I agree with everything management does with the St. Louis Cardinals, okay? Maybe they should drop somebody from the fourth batting position. Maybe they put someone else in third base. Whatever. You get the idea. And I think take the same kind of non-caustic approach with this company, not for their benefit, for your benefit, okay? For your benefit. And so with that, I'll let you go. Send me a line if you want. If I had a team of 3 people, I could get back to you and update you on all the stock ideas. I want to hear the stock ideas. I just, hopefully I end up having more time. Do you ever have those days where every day it seems to me like, man, I'm going to get 10 things done, and I feel like I get 2 things done. And it seems like there's always some reason why you just never get as much done as you hoped you were going to get. And today's another day. With that, and here it is, 4:30 my time, and I still got to run to the bank before they close. So, folks, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Thanks for commenting. I always appreciate the comments. I try to read everyone. I try to respond to as many as I can. So keep your cards and letters coming, and until tomorrow, I'll say goodbye so I can get to the bank. Thanks, folks. And I know that's why I need Humbl, right? I need so I can send money in. All right, take care.